Yes, lads, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another Manchester United match preview. You guys seem to love the one we did against Southampton a couple of days ago, so I thought, why not? Let us bring it back. If you guys are going to enjoy, go down below, smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and let us know down below what you think the score will be tomorrow. Last week, I'm pretty sure Owen actually banged it straight on. Obviously, the news broke yesterday. Denis Law has passed away, unfortunately, at the age of 84. Not just one of Manchester United's holy trinity alongside Sir Bobby and George Best, but one of the greatest players to ever play the game. The word legend is thrown around way too loosely, but that man truly is football royalty. Some say the greatest Scottish player of all time. Ballon d'Or winner. He was a part of the team who won our first ever Champions League, or European Cup as it was back then. I'm wearing the shirt right now, 1968, when we beat Benfica. Obviously, Denis Law did not play in the final, but he played a massive part in getting us there in the first place. Denis Law, simply known as the king of the Stretford End. May you forever rest in peace, and I hope we can beat Brighton tomorrow in your name. Speaking of the game tomorrow, who is coming to Old Trafford? The theatre of dreams. Well, it is Brighton. And I'm going to be honest with you. People are going to say, oh yeah, they've not been on great form. Before the Ipswich game, they've won like once in the last 7 or something like that. It's not been pretty reading to be a seagull. However, over the last couple of years, they've become a little bit of a bogey team for United. Whether it's Ruben Amorim, whether it's Eric Ten Hag, whether it's Ole Solskjaer, Van Gaal, like they have been beating us left, right and centre. So if Ruben can get Brighton under his belt, he's done well. You think about recent games that Man United have actually beaten Brighton. You think about the Cup semi-final where we won on penalties, and that's about it. In like last year, I'm pretty sure they've done the double. Earlier on in the season, we lost. Obviously, you remember the Garnacho disallowed goal because of Joshua Zirkzee blocking it off the line pretty much. I'm pretty sure they did the double against us last year. Like even Ten Hag's first game, I was there. They beat us 2-1. It's not been good to be a United fan when Brighton come to town. Tomorrow's game is going to be cagey and horrible. Like, it's going to be awful. They're not going to come to Old Trafford and fear us. They're not going to come to Old Trafford and sit back, play the long game, park the bus. They are going to go full throttle, and they have every right to do so. Although they won their first game against Ipswich in 7 games this weekend just gone, there is no reason why they can't come here and batter us. They have got our number time and time again, and the way they play could fall perfectly into their hands. However, I reckon if we can just dictate the play, I'm not saying park the bus, just do not let it become a table tennis game. Because if Brighton start attacking, then we start attacking. You're running off adrenaline, you're running off emotion, and it's just not going to end well. You're going to be looking like 3-4, 5-4, so many high-scoring games. And I don't think that works best into United's favour. Because although we have looked a lot better recently under Ruben Amorim, take away the first half versus Southampton, I think the players are still getting used to this high-intensity style of pressing of football. And I reckon if it gets into a game of back and forth from minute 1 to 90, Brighton will kill us. We need to control the tempo. They're coming to Old Trafford. We need to make this place a fortress again and try and make it our 2nd consecutive home win, which would be massive, by the way. We need to hold the ball. We need to use everyone. We need to dictate the middle, because I do think the midfield is going to be huge in this game, and I do reckon we will be okay. Obviously, looking at the two teams, Brighton have got such a prospect of a team. They have got one of those perfect teams from mid-table to Europa League with some of their best players. You're talking João Pedro, formerly of Watford, absolutely killing it this season in goals and assists. Obviously, Danny Welbeck, their top scorer this year. They got Van Heck and Lewis Dunk at the back, brilliant. Some fantastic midfielders. You got Mitoma coming back into the fold after a slow season last year. They got one of the best up-and-coming managers in world football. Brighton's squad is fantastic, and it's young. You got Rutter as well, the ex-Leeds. This is not going to be an easy game. Obviously, if we go on and win, everyone's just going to be like, well done, mate, it's Brighton. All right, what do you want? But you know it's not going to be the case. That's that United tax talking again, okay? If we can go out there, and even if we just scrape a win, I'm more than happy with that. Man United, in the position we are not in a position to be like, we should have played better when we won that game. I would rather scrape a 1-0 win and get 3 points than I would play fantastic football and draw. Okay, obviously you want to see building, you want to see momentum, you want to see us playing good football. Of course you do. But in our position, we are sitting 12th in the table, which to be fair is the highest we've been in a while. All that matters is points on the board. We got a cagey win against Southampton. A win is a win. The history books will say we beat them 3-1. That's all that matters. We got Brighton today. Hopefully we can get them over and done with. And then we got Rangers on Thursday. Get some form going. If we can get through Brighton and Rangers, that's 3 home wins in a row, which I know that seems like, well done, what do you want? That is big for us, okay? Let us have our moment. This is going to be a challenge, and I reckon the players are going to have to work hard for this, but if they do, we can come out on top. And who are those players that will be hitting the field? Well, here is my predicted 11. In goal, I am going to go with Andre Onana. Back 5, I am going to say Maswabi on the right. The returning Diogo Dalot on the left wing-back positions after his red card against Arsenal. In terms of the back 3, it has got to be this. Anything else, I am starting to panic. You've got Leacher on the left, probably De Ligt on the right, and Harry Maguire flat down the middle. Lenny Yoro, brilliant talent. One of the best centre-backs in the world. He will be in the future. I am sure of it. Whether it's at United or probably Real Madrid, time will tell. That being said, against Southampton, he was not comfortable whatsoever. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. I'm not counting him out because he's young. He's literally like 5 years younger than me. That's fine. But he was not on it against the Saints. So take him out the firing line. Let him breathe. And we go again. In terms of the midfield too, I think anything else than Kobbie Mainoo and Ugarte is not going to be good enough. I think we need legs. Brighton are going to be attacking. They're going to press us. And it is going to be a massive case of a battle of the midfield. Ugarte, a lot has been made of his match fitness. Can he play consecutive games? He played brilliant against Liverpool and Arsenal. And then rubbish against Southampton, especially in that first half. And then he got hooked way before the hour mark in the second. So he's had the little rest. I reckon he'll come out and he'll play brilliantly against Brighton. I think you need them two in the middle. Legs are priority, and realistically, you're not going to choose Casemiro for legs, are you? In terms of the wings, I think Bruno Fernandes is the captain. He's our best player. If he's fit, he's playing. Simple as that. And on the right, it's got to be Starboy and Mad. I love Garnacho, but I think he had a chance to score against Southampton. He didn't have a great game. He looked like he had potential to have a decent game with a couple efforts, but I think get him off the bench, let him be a super sub because he is brilliant at that role, getting assists versus Arsenal or Liverpool by doing that exact role. And in terms of the striker, I would normally say Rasmus because I'm not the biggest lover of Joshua Zirkzee, but I will say I do think he changed the game against Southampton, and I think he's earned a start here, and let's see what he does with it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is my preview for the Brighton versus United game, and let me know your thoughts down below. I reckon it's going to be a fun game. There's going to be goals. I'm going to play it safe and say 2-1, but this could easily be 3-2, 2-2, 4-3. Goals will be fed here at Old Trafford. Let's just hope there's more for us. Ladies and gentlemen, take care and peace.